Woo! Mase with Diddy live on stage. Wanna hear it? Here it go. He performed the Oracle too.
I'm an unapologist. New women like Solomon. I could burn bridge, walk water like the prophets did. I could read niggas' futures like astrologists. Why I'm so clean, I'm the next thing to godliness. Niggas try to starve my kids and get my money to their firstborn. I'm not the nigga supposed to work for them. You supposed to teach Coach and P about a legacy. Instead the niggas follow you, you teach them treachery. And now you say you check for me without the check for me. Know what you talking about is murder, niggas, double jeopardy. Niggas saying let it go. You bugging, nigga, I can't let it be. Tell niggas don't talk for me. I can only talk for me. I know what my budget read. I read the journal every week. I'm on no way out tour, but it's a way out for me. Niggas trying to dangle money. They didn't think I ever leave. Niggas love to starve the artists, but they love to pay the freaks. Love to pay the freaks. We ain't that, nigga. How can I talk like this? Because when you from above, you above them all. I may not be above in money yet, but I'm above in spirit, so I don't see myself as second in niggas. Yes. And because of that, I talk the way I want to talk. And I talk when I want to talk. I come in when I want to come in. Yes, sir. I leave out when I want to leave out. Because I'm my own man. Yes, sir. I show up when thunder fall. I ain't running from y'all. Because I come for it all. I fire at Goliath and watch him fall. They want to kill the short first because I come for the tall. And when your main artist die, who the hell do you call? I bring smoke with water on. I'm used to the fall. I empty pipes when clicks get called. And go to church on Sunday, I'm the illest of all. Don't ever put Mase with other bad boys who had hardships. You know, I get it jumping like a mosh pit, nigga. I'm the first level, dirt level. I can never work level. Niggas mad I made it to the I would never work level. Since Cain killed Abel, I'm able to kill Cain. And love don't steal, my nigga, change your name. And I see no integrity in your name. And I'm haunted by the ghost of St. James. Champagne came, match my rolling plain chain. And I say, thank God I ain't changed. And if niggas never found the killer, wise niggas living it. Everybody broke, niggas gotta blame the visionary. Niggas be selling their soul to go to a brunch. Niggas might end up sweet, drinking that punch. I suffer good. And niggas know I'm from another hood. Forget a brotherhood, I'm trying to make sure that my mother good. I ain't cheap, but I'm really cold of the ghost. No matter who top five, I'm one colded the most. I'm the ghost of Wolf, ghost of RZA. Come with the facts you never considered. I'm the ghost of Shine. I speak for every artist never spoke their mind. Representing every artist that was left behind. From Craig Mack to G-Tech. I still remember them kids trampled. For every producer you ever stole a sample. Why you playing with me? Knowing I make examples. Niggas hide behind money. You know that's not a man move. You know you Frank and I'm Tony. You know that it would get lonely. It's never safe if you owe me. You know that saying's true. You had a chance to do right, now I understand you. You can't stop a nigga came from wicked, careful. Karma came and gave him daughters for what he did. And Kim Porter made the day he dies, he rests in piss water. He couldn't change his life, that nigga couldn't save his life. Now it ain't no way to fight. Now he out and waiting life. I know your strategies and what your habits be. And right now I got a mole in your faculty. So when you get the nerve to come back to me, what audacity. Gotta know that dollar sign wasn't rapping free. Actually, after Big died, what a travesty. When Mase left, nigga, was nobody after me. Guess I got the last laugh. They ain't laughing, huh? Niggas stay strapping up. Ready for a massacre. He and Black Ball Mase, the ball ain't black enough. Tupac voice, nigga, I ain't even mad at you. Pretty nigga always make their hearts love, yeah. Come on. Guess you can say I know I pop felt. Yeah, I'm just a Harlem nigga riding down the Vegas Strip with my own shit. You from my burning nigga? Go and rep your own hood. I'm not hating on your Billy work, yo. Right now I'm only saying what you really worth. You ain't no architect. You just a nigga know how to market death. Go pay his mother what she really worth, nigga.
Man. 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 It's even more vicious a cappella. More vicious a cappella. And that's the difference, young artists. Now you see when I say Mase is different. He's different. But it's funny, every time he drop an article, everybody be agreeing with me. Yeah, Mase cold. Then a couple months later, man, Mase ain't all that. And then you guys gotta stop doing that. I believe these are the apologists that they put in place. You know, they always got these apologists come out of nowhere and they make these excuses. Oh, why? What do he need an auto-tune for? Did he have an auto-tune there? Huh? Did he have an auto-tune there? What's your next distraction? I told you 2 years ago and did the video. Mase was out there his publishing 2 years ago. So it ain't like he ain't stated this before. Puff would rather sell it to a white guy, to some white men, than his brother that helped him put food on the table when Big was gone, who helped keep the lights on for everybody on the label. His pen kept it going. And basically he did 3 albums. He did 3 albums in 1 year. A Hell Up in Harlem, the No Way Out album, titled The Hell Up in Harlem. And it's a lot of jewels that was dropped in that. Spirit of St. James, we all know that's big. Well, many of us know it's Biggie that he's talking about. But Big used to live on St. James Street. So that's why he talking about the ghost of St. James. So that was what he meant by that. You know what I'm saying? So all of the other nonsense that other people are spewing, these are all distractions, but what he's talking about is factual. Now, I don't hold Puff accountable for how everybody in Bad Boy has had hardship and all this stuff. Other people had vices that fell on them. So when Mase said, don't put me in the same category as everybody else that had hardship, because he actually got money out of Diddy. Because Diddy knew, like, I gotta pay Mase. But whatever it was, they didn't come to a term of agreement. Because he left after the first album. He recorded Double Up and walked. And I've never seen that happen in the history of the game of rap. When somebody's at the top of the game and walk out the door. Do you know how monumental that is? Right? So when Mase came back with the welcome back it just wasn't the right. It wasn't the right time. It wasn't the right everything. Like the music was changing at the time, and they wasn't like they tried to go back to the old, Mase that people knew from back in the day, like more money, more problem. Music had changed so much since then, and I think Puff, his vision for the album and everything was go back to that. We need that, and it wasn't that the album was bad at all. It was just that was the changing of the guard. Like they wasn't around the times enough. And I'm like, man, this album would have came out right behind, the other album. This would have been 4, 5 million sold out the gate. So it just was, just the idea, it just didn't work. But Mase was getting it right. He was getting back in the game, getting back right, getting the pen right. The rhymes he never gonna lose the skill. As you can see, ain't nobody, I'm telling y'all, trust me when I tell y'all, some of the top 10 best songs you've heard in the past 10 years, Mase probably wrote that shit. Kid you not. Mase wrote that shit. So, you can best believe all the excuses everybody keep coming up with. Oh, he jealous. Oh, he broke. Well, if he's broke, then give him his money. He asking for what's his. He's not asking for what's yours. And anyway, to be honest, it don't matter how you feel about it. This is how Mase felt. That's the only person that matters. How did Mase feel about it? Because that's his situation. And he's doing something monumental that other record companies are not even doing. With his record company, he gonna have artists lined up at the door because he's not trying to rip the artists off. You kidding me? That's like unprecedented, man. Everybody tries to rip the artists off. But what's the question y'all was hitting me with? Why ain't he shout you out, Carcino? I don't know. Maybe, he was saying like, who y'all want me to shout out? I'll shout him out. So I guess you didn't put the name in there enough, or maybe you didn't see it. I don't know, man. I don't. It's not even about me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about me getting no shout out. It's cool. I mean, thankful for everybody else, but it's his story. Yes, I have been repping for Mase all these years, you know it, because it's the truth. I ain't repping for him so I can get a like or a view. I'm just telling the truth. The dude is one of the nicest ever on the pen. You can't match his game. And somebody was like, "Oh, Cam is just as good." No, he's not. He can't. No. Cam can rap, but he ain't Mase. You know what I'm saying? So y'all get the wrong ideas. Mason Betha is for real. I mean, what more do we gotta keep showing y'all? Did you hear every line in that song? How it was set up? That's art. Now, some people are gifted. They naturally have that gift. Others, they don't. They don't have what it takes. They don't know how to take it to the next level. They only know basics. And that's cool. Why Mase wait all these years? You don't know what Mase been doing. I just told you 2 years ago, Mase was trying to get his publishing back. So what do you mean he waited all these years? This is what I be talking about. Y'all just be talking out the side of your necks. Y'all be talking right out the side of your neck. When did he wait 2 years? Oh, wait 20 years or whatever. Just 2 years ago he was trying to get his publishing back. He wanted to buy it back. He didn't say just give it to me. He's like, look, I'll buy it back. But Puff would rather give it to somebody who never ever had anything to do with making those songs. Why would you want to do that? That don't make any sense. I don't care if I didn't get along with the man. That man helped put food on my table. Helped put me in a mansion and keep me eating and living. When I lost my cash cow, he was right there to keep us afloat. When Pac died, Death Row fell to ashes. And they had Snoop and everybody else there. It didn't matter. Snoop didn't leave. He was still with Death Row. When that Dogfather album came out and tanked, it sold 2 million records, and that was considered a tank. It was like, oh, it's over. Death Row done fell off. They thought that was going to keep the lights on. Because they was like, well, Snoop is, damn, this Snoop album, he finna sell like 6-7 million, and we right back rolling. Nah, it barely sold 2 million. So y'all never caught that line when Big dropped that. I'm trying to sell records like Snoop. Oops. Now, at that time, they were cool, but he was still like taking a jab at Snoop. Because his record sales had plummeted. But Death Row fell apart. Big died. Bad Boy was able to continuously stay afloat off Mace's pen. And Mase was just ready to go. But as of a man, people should understand that this is a brotherhood, even though it's a business. I want to see you eat. Because at one time we were brothers. Or just like it, you helped me take care of my family, so I'm gonna make sure you straight. Like, and plus this is yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta start doing better. I don't know if Puff feel a certain way about something, or the way Mase did him, or I don't know. I don't know how Puff's side is. I just know Mase wants his publishing, and Puff wanted to sell it to somebody who ain't helped make none of them records. Who had nothing to do with it. Nothing with the production, the hard work, the sweat, the tears, the pen, none of it. Why would you want to give it to him or them when your brother who helped do it and helped keep you afloat, that guy wanted it? Why won't you give it to him? even if you didn't like him, you gotta say it's righteous. And that's one thing about Puff. He's never been really emotional when it comes to business. Oh no, nah, he's from Harlem, man. Puff is from Harlem, man. When he was little, he moved to Mount Vernon and everything, but Puff's from Harlem, man. That line that's where he got his break and everything, you know. But he was in Harlem, 'cause he's from there. No, the situation is a little different. It's a little difficult than that. See, the situation is the complications that you're missing out on that a lot of people seem to forget about is the fact that you had, I would say about mm, you had the Locks, Mase, Black Rob, and Diddy. So Black Rob album, platinum. You know, Whoa was gold, and Black Rob sold records. The Locks, you know, being in the Mase video with the shiny suits. You know what I'm saying? So if it wasn't for Mase, would the Locks have sold any records? You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a whole lot of different scenario. But being around all those great artists, man, they sold 1,000,000 records. None of it, all of this basically is the engine that kept Bad Boy running to be a powerhouse. For them to sign even the R&B acts and still keep them around. To sign a new R&B acts. And to the new millennium, the new crew that came through. With G-Dep and all of those guys. If it wasn't for Mase, if it wasn't for Mase, this all falls apart. And he left after the one album. After the one album, he was done. Don't forget to hit the like button, y'all. Yeah, like the video, subscribe if you're new. My thing is, what problem do y'all have with Mase? I don't understand how people are mad at Mase, but was sticking up for Freddie P. What what the hell is this? Now whenever Mase run out of money, he come back and diss somebody. Where'd that come from? I thought he was a pastor. What does that got to do with somebody asking for somebody else? If somebody owed you money and they said, man, don't you got a job? Well, what that got to do with it? You owe me money. Where does that make sense? So he trying to get something that's owed to him. And you talking about, isn't he's supposed to be a pastor? What the hell that mean? I want what's mine. Like anybody else. Anybody else in the world. I want what's mine. Don't matter what my profession is. I can make $300 million a day. You owe me my $70. I'll be like, where my $70? Maybe you got, I don't care about how much money I got. I want what's mine, what's owed to me. That's what it was about. Now, you'll get a couple of people that are idiots, and they all just say things because the first thing coming to their mind is disrespect somebody. They don't even know that, you know, looking at the scenarios or the cases or whatever, but it ain't a case of Mase rapping. It ain't a case about, oh, he just want to try to promote an album or whatever. Mase can drop an album. People get scared when Mase come out. And it's been detractors. I'll let him tell you. I spoke on it, I believe, before, but I'll let him tell you. There's been people trying to hold him back. The whole time. Now, ask yourself why. Why would that be? Why would that be the case? Why would they be trying to hold Mase back for? Because they know what I know. Mase is the truth. And if he got back into power, he would change the dynamic of the game. It ain't about no rap. It's about the business. Trust me, he's going to change the business. He's doing it his way, and he's doing it the right way. That's why he's not going to the majors. He's saying, I'm going to stick with these dudes on the internet. I don't got no problem with him going to nobody doing no. It's not about me. Stop making everything about me. Has nothing to do with me. Mase want to do his thing his way. He might do an interview over here. But then again, if he does an interview with those guys, that's just as good as doing it over here. I'm cool with whatever way he want to do it to get his. I'm cool with it. And see, that's the problem we got to stop doing, is stop trying to make like petty beef with people over stupid stuff. We grown men over here. That's how you move. That's how you operate. So we showing you how to conduct yourselves. Because there's so many devils out here right now who don't want y'all making any money. They don't want no success for you or your children. What they trying to do is break the mold. If you knew how dirty this game truly is, you got Caucasian girls going to college, getting houses, getting married, and weddings paid for off Tupac's royalties. Make it make sense to me. Tupac's royalties are now being used to pay for other people that never bought his records, never heard anything about him in life, don't even listen to rap, paying for their college. And then her children. She just got married off Tupac's royalties, paying for the entire wedding, all of this flying to Spain, the Bristols of Spain, just to come back. And when she have her kids, the wedding also be paid with Tupac's royalties. Don't know where the money coming from. But all the hard work, blood, sweat, and tears that man put in. So it's time to break the narrative, man. It's time to change the game. And on the Patreon, we really finna go into the bigger picture, because Puff is a mental. He's not a whale. He's a mental in the real game. So I'm glad y'all stayed with me for this half hour. God bless everybody. Don't forget to follow at Welcome to HD TVs. HD with the 2 eye TVs. He's probably stream yarding right now. I can't even stream yard no more because HD always stream yard. So HD out there, don't forget to follow him. Don't forget to follow at Kwame Brown Bus Life. Definitely support his page. He got the Bus Life, real sports and news. Definitely check that out. My Patreon is Carcino for Life, in case people wanted to know. If you want to donate to the page, you can do it here on the Super Chat. And thanks for everybody who did that and everybody who hit up my Cash App, which is Carcino, Karceno. Thank you. Hope you liked it. I'm out.